Welcome back to World of Technology. In our previous videos, we learned about the API server, the front door of Kubernetes. But here is an important question. When Kubernetes receives information, where does it store? How does Kubernetes remembers pods, deployments, services, secrets and nodes? And if a pod suddenly disappears, how does Kubernetes know it should be recreated? The answer is etcd. etcd is one of the most critical components inside Kubernetes. Yet many beginners only hear that it's a database. But etcd is much more than that. Think of etcd as Kubernetes memory. Without memory, a brain cannot function. Similarly, without etcd, Kubernetes cannot remember the state of the cluster. In this video, we will understand what etcd is, what it stores, why it is called the source of truth, and why every Kubernetes administrator must protect it. Let's begin. So, to understand etcd, let's first understand its purpose. etcd is a distributed key value database used by Kubernetes. Its job is simple but extremely important. It stores all the information about the cluster. Whenever Kubernetes needs to remember something, it stores that information in etcd. Think of etcd as a giant notebook where Kubernetes writes down everything it knows: pods, deployments, services, secrets, nodes, configuration data, everything is stored here. A useful analogy is this: the API server acts like the brain making decisions. etcd acts like the memory storing information. Without memory, the brain cannot function properly. Without etcd, Kubernetes cannot function properly. That's why etcd is often called Kubernetes memory. Now let's look at what etcd actually stores. Many people think etcd only stores pods, but it stores much more than that. When you create a deployment, etcd stores it. When you create a service, etcd stores it. When you create secrets or config maps, etcd stores them. Even information about worker nodes is stored inside etcd. In simple terms, etcd stores the complete state of the Kubernetes cluster. If someone asked Kubernetes, what applications are running, which nodes exist, what services are available, the answer ultimately comes from etcd. That's why etcd becomes the central knowledge repository for Kubernetes. Now let's connect etcd with something we have already learned: the API server. When you run a command like kubectl apply, the request first reaches the API server. The API server validates the request, checks permission, verifies that everything is correct. Then the API server writes the information into etcd. This is a very important concept. Most Kubernetes components do not directly write to etcd. Instead, they communicate through the API server. Think of the relationship like this: API server writes, etcd stores, API server reads, etcd provides the data. Together, they form the foundation of Kubernetes control plane operations. Now, let's discuss one of the most important Kubernetes concepts. etcd is called the source of truth. But what does that actually means? Imagine a deployment is supposed to run 3 pods. That desired state is stored in etcd. Now suppose one pod crashes unexpectedly. The controller manager notices that only 2 pods are running. It checks the desired state stored in etcd and realizes 3 pods should exist. As a result, Kubernetes creates another pod. Notice something important? Kubernetes was able to recover because etcd remembered the desired state. This is why etcd is called the source of truth. Whenever Kubernetes needs to know what the cluster should look like, it looks at etcd. Now let's talk about a scenario every Kubernetes administrator should understand. What happens if etcd becomes unavailable? Interestingly, existing pods may continue running for some time, but Kubernetes loses its memory. Now, new changes become very difficult or impossible. Creating resources may fail, updating resources may fail. Cluster management becomes unreliable. In severe cases, Kubernetes cannot accurately determine the desired state of the cluster. Think of it like losing the hard drive of the computer. The machine might still be powered on temporarily, but important information is gone. This is why protecting etcd is absolutely critical in production environments. Since etcd is so important, how do organizations protect it? The answer is backups. Regular etcd backups allow administrators to recover the cluster after disasters, hardware failures, storage corruption, accidental deletions, operational mistakes. A recent etcd backup can help restore the cluster state quickly. This is why etcd backup is one of the most important responsibilities of a Kubernetes administrator. Many production outages have been recovered successfully because teams had proper etcd backups. A simple backup today can save hours or even days of recovery work tomorrow. Let's quickly recap what we learned today. We learned that etcd is the distributed key value database. It stores pods, deployments, services, secrets, nodes, and cluster configurations. We learned that the API server writes data into etcd. We learned that etcd is called the source of truth because Kubernetes relies on it to understand the desired state of the cluster. And we learned why etcd backups are essential for disaster recovery. If you remember just one thing from today's video, remember this. The API server is Kubernetes front door, but etcd is Kubernetes memory. And without memory, Kubernetes cannot remember what it's supposed to do. In our next video, we will explore another fascinating component of Kubernetes, that is the scheduler. We will learn how Kubernetes decides exactly where a pod should run among multiple worker nodes. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to World of Technology and continue your Kubernetes learning journey with us. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.